let's delve a little bit more into statements. So, and then we'll talk about conditional statements. So a statement is simply something that's either true or false. So here are some examples. The sky is blue. The sky is blue. Or something like dogs can fly. Dogs can fly. Or something like all flowers are yellow. Or some cows are red. Okay, so these are statement examples. Some are true and some are false. Okay, but those are examples of statements. Things that are not statements, so statement non-examples. Okay, in other words, these are not statements. Not statements. These are things that are something like maybe an exclamation, like "Wow!" Obviously, that's not a statement because it's not either true or false. There is or things like a question: Are cats intelligent? Okay, so this doesn't have a truth value. It's not either true or false. It's a question or some exclamation. Okay, so things that are not necessarily true or false, those are not going to be statements. Now, with statements, we often will create conditionals. Okay, and that's when an action is taken or not taken depending on the value of a statement. And so that would be something like if the sky is blue, then I am going to eat breakfast today. Okay, so it's a statement that's essentially if then. Okay, it's usually of the statement if then that's the most basic form of a condition. Now we can extend this into more advanced ways, and like our if statement could be an and or an or statement, and so can the then statement. We might have an if this then this, and then if not, then something else. Now these types of statements are actually very commonly used in our world today, and one example is in spreadsheets. And so I wanted to kind of go over that and how those are used specifically, either in Excel, Microsoft Excel, or Google Sheets, the two most common spreadsheet programs used by the general public. So I just wanted to go over a few of the types of statements that we see. So the first is the basic if A then B. All right, and the way that we type that into a spreadsheet is we use you always use the equals symbol, and then you say type if, and then A comma B. So if A then B. We can tack on an else statement. This says that if A is true, then we'll do B. If A is not true, then we'll do C. Okay, that's what this statement here is. And so for that, we just tack on another, we do comma C. All right, and this formula means if A is true, then do B. If A is not true, then do C. Then, of course, we've just got our basic compound statements, and that is A or B is written with the or, and then in parentheses A comma B. And the A and B statement is written as and then in parentheses A comma B. So let's look at an example of this. So the cells or little boxes in a spreadsheet are written with a column letter and a row number. So this right here, we've got A1. That's a cell or box in the spreadsheet. This says if A1 is greater than 5, then comma, in other words, then you take 2 times that cell A1. Then else, in other words, if A1 is not greater than 5, then we do 3 times A1. Okay, so find the result if A1 is 3. Well, first we check the condition. Okay, the condition A1 is 3. Well, is 3 greater than 5? No. So the statement here is false, and so instead of using the first then, we use the second one. And so we take 3 times a1, which is 3. So the result here would be 9. Here, find the result if a1 is 8. So we check the condition. a1 is 8. So is a1 greater than 5? Yes, 8 is greater than 5. So we use this first result. So we have 2 times a1. 2 times a1 is 8. And we get 16.